Hi everyone, and welcome to the Stitch Sessions. It's Karen here, and I have another stitch tutorial for you this week. And this is called the rug stitch. And it is the same on the back as it is on the front. I just used some scrap yarn here to show you guys this swatch. And many of you will have already seen this stitch in my mini bath rug or bath mat tutorial from a few years back. You guys loved that project. And part of the design was using the rug stitch. Now, I just wanted to create the official stitch tutorial so that you can understand how the stitch itself works, and then you can kind of use it in whatever design that you choose. Now, I do have another plan to do a mat or a rug with this stitch, and that's going to be coming up in a few weeks in the future. But in the meantime, you can understand the details of the stitch. And look at how really nice and cushy it is. It creates a very dense fabric and quite durable. So it's really good for things like rugs and any heavy duty projects that you have in mind. So if you're curious about diving a little deeper into this stitch, then stick around. I'm going to show you guys just how to do it. Okay, so for this little tutorial, I'm going to use some leftover yarn here. This is like a bulky 5, I believe. This is from the Forever, I forget what it's called. It's Forever something. And I used this to make a couple of those basket projects in last year's crochet series, which was Home Sweet Home. So if you're curious how those baskets turned out, I'll leave a link to those in the description box down below. But this is just some leftover yarn I'm using. And the hook size I'm going to be using is an 8mm hook. And this is, I like using this plastic one when I'm using this yarn. It just kind of slides a lot nicer. So it's an 8mm hook. And anytime you're working on a project, make sure you have a pair of scissors and a yarn needle on hand to weave in your ends. And in this particular case, I have one with a larger eye because this yarn is bulky. Now, I'm not going to be weaving in any ends. It's just a stitch tutorial, but I just like to make sure to advise you on making sure that you have the appropriate tools. So let's get started on our rug stitch here. Okay, so this is a nice, simple 1-row repeat. So you're going to begin by placing a slip knot on your hook. And then you can use any stitch count that you desire. So there's no multiple here. So I'm just going to work a stitch count of 11. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so something that looks like this. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to work our way back and we're going to work our rug stitch. Now, sometimes if I'm working on a particular project, you might notice that I might do a full row of single crochets or double crochets, something like that, just to create an establishing row and then continue to work from there. So in case you see me do that, that's why. But we're just going to work right away into the stitch and work our stitch. So we're going to find the second chain from the hook. So remember, we never count the loop that's on the hook. So we're going to count 1 and 2. And into that chain, you're going to insert your hook and pull up a loop. So it's almost going to be like you're doing a single crochet. However, this time when you yarn over, you're actually just going to pull through the first loop as if you're just going to make like a little chain there. So you still have 2 loops on the hook. Next, you're going to go back into the same stitch. You're going to pull up another loop, and then you're going to continue to pull through these first 2 right there, just like that. And that has created your little rug stitch. So it just creates a little bunched up stitch. It's very shallow, but it's got a cute little puffy texture. So it probably just looks like absolutely nothing right now. So we're going to do a few more of these. So you will insert into the next chain, pull up a loop, so you have 2 loops on the hook. You will yarn over and pull through the first one only. So it's like a little chain there. You still have 2 loops on the hook. You go back into the same chain, pull up another loop, and slip stitch that loop through the first 2. That's what gives you the rug stitch. And I'm going to do it again. Insert to pull up a loop. You'll yarn over and chain through the first loop, and then you go back in the same stitch, pull up another loop in order to slip stitch through the first 2. Okay, so we've done 3 of these. Now this is what it looks like on the back. And when you turn it around, it creates just like this little bunched up single crochet. It's really hard to tell, but as you work more throughout the row, you'll see the effect it has. And this is why I liked this stitch when I created the mini bathroom rug. And a little spoiler alert, I have another bathroom rug in the works, and I'm going to be using this stitch again with a different type of variation on it. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to show you guys close up just the stitch on its own. If you just want to use the rug stitch just on its own, you absolutely can. So you're going to continue doing this all the way to the end of your row. And then once you get to the end of your row, I'm going to meet back up with you and talk about how you will move on to row number 2. Okay, so row 1 is complete. So this is the side I just finished. So when I turn my work, you can really see how these cute little, very tight, tiny little bobble steps or bobble stitches look. And that is what the rug stitch looks like. So if you're just going to continue on and repeat this for rows and rows, you would always just chain 1 and turn, and then right back into the very first stitch, you will insert your hook. You'll do that little chain like we did, go back into the same stitch, and slip stitch through. And that is basically it. The only thing you have to watch is where to place your hook, because it is quite a raised stitch. It's very 3D-like effect. So make sure to always know where the tops of your stitches are. So there's the little V. So I'm going to insert through there, and that is where my stitch is worked. Just like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to work up several more, whoops, see, it's easy to do that single crochet. I'm going to work up several more rows so that you guys can see what it's going to look like with a larger piece of fabric created. So the cool thing is, if you're just repeating row 1 over and over again, so you've got the bobbles on this side, but now you've got the bobbles on that side. So that's why I really like this stitch. It really creates a nice cushy texture. So you're gonna see that in a moment once I work up more rows. So hopefully that was super nice and easy. And I'm gonna work up more rows, and then you're gonna see the full effect of this stitch. Okay, and here it is. I went right to the end of that little ball of yarn there. So I've got about 8.5 rows completed, and that is the texture that it creates. So it is the same on the front as it is on the back. So now you can really see how the texture comes out. And actually this yarn would make for a great bath mat. Look at how nice and thick that is. And when you're using the rug stitch, it just really snuggles the stitches together, and it's super cushy. Isn't that lovely? So I have a plan for this stitch for yet another rug, and you guys will see that in a few weeks. But for now, you can experiment and work on your very own rug stitch. Maybe you're going to use this for something else. Why don't you drop it for us in the comment box down below? I know that, you know, as crocheters, we're always looking for inspiration. And if you are inclined to share your ideas, we would love to see that. Now, if you have any detailed questions about anything to do with this stitch, you can also leave that for me in the comment box down below. But I know some of you like to email me directly, so feel free to do so. You can do that at info@crochetcrafty.com. And I always recommend that you also attach a photo of your work. If there's something specific that's really giving you a hard time, if you attach a photo, I can have a closer look and then maybe better answer your question. And as always, come visit me on the website, crochetcrafty.com. There's lots of great resources there for you, as well as a link to my Etsy shop and a whole bunch of free written patterns as well. And as usual, I invite you to come say hi to me. I'm on Instagram and Facebook at The Stitch Sessions. That's it for this week, guys. I hope you have fun experimenting with this stitch, and I look forward to finding out what you guys plan on making with your very own rug stitch. But for now, I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy crocheting as always. Remember to take very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in next week's session. Bye-bye.